which gyms are actually worth it. Worth the money, worth the time, worth the effort of going. We're gonna compare my top 3 choices because let's just say I could use some gym time. It's been a while. And the 3 gyms I chose to do are LA Fitness, Equinox, yes, you all know the rep of Equinox, and then the last one is Orange Theory. And that's a little bit of a different style of gym than a traditional, you go in and you handle it yourself. And we'll talk about it more, but I'm also going to put the timestamps down below for all the 3 different types of gyms and the different aspects we're going to talk about. So what we're going to talk about is price, equipment, extras or amenities, depending on how you want to phrase it, and their hours of operation, which I didn't think would normally be that big of a deal, right? Because when I think of gyms, I think of like 24-hour fitnesses or having it in your building, and a lot of times they have pretty good hours. That's not the case for all gyms, so I'll let you know what it's like for each one of them. And this is also going to be part of a series. I'm actually going to vlog behind the scenes and go to all these different gyms, try them out, see what they're like, see what's right for me, and kind of give you just that behind the scenes look at them. So those vlogs will be coming soon for you, and then at the end I will do an overall opinion video on the 3 gyms I went to, and I might do some additional ones too to see, and I'll let you guys know what I think, what's worth it, what's not worth it in my personal experience. But today is more of a background video so I can get an idea on the different aspects of the gym. Now before we get into the first gym, I need your help really quickly. Please hit the like button and the subscribe button down below. It really helps me out. I really want to grow this channel this year, so please help me out. Just hit those 2 buttons before we get started. Come on, please, 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 please. And then we'll go into the details of all 3 gyms. And again, the timestamps are down below if you want to skip to the different parts. But before you skip to different parts, hit the like button and the subscribe button, and I need to stop self-promoing and we need to get into LA Fitness. Now, LA Fitness has a lot of locations all over the US and in Canada, but let's get down to the nitty-gritty. How much does LA Fitness actually cost? Now, they are one of the companies that has an annual fee. So the annual fee is $49 on top of your monthly fee. And the monthly fee for one location is about $34. It can range a little bit, and that's for one person. But they do additional like discounts sometimes for additional people. But for one person, one location is about $34. And if you want to go to multiple locations, there is an initiation fee. So not the annual fee, you're still going to have the annual fee. You're also going to have an initiation fee of $49 plus $35 a month. So it's only about $1 more a month, but you have that initial fee up front. Now, equipment. How much are you getting for your money? So there is going to be the basic equipment. You're going to have cardio, you're going to have free weights, you're going to have what they call selectorized, I'm not even sure how you say that word. English is not my best. Either way, they are weight and resistance training equipment. So you're gonna have a lot of equipment, but also you have to keep in mind that these facilities are pretty big, but a lot of people do go to them. So if you're in more of a busy area, it can be hard to get equipment. Even though it might seem like they have a ton of it, they do have a lot more cardio related equipment at most of their locations than anything else. But machines aside, because you want to know what else you get besides the regular gym equipment, because almost every gym you're going to go to, you're going to have almost the same quality equipment, and the extras for this one can vary again by location, but classes, they have a ton of them and they are included in the membership. So you're going to have aqua aerobics, yoga, high intensity, low impact, boxing, dancing, and it all depends on the location, but there is a lot of options. And then some of the options do have pool and hot tubs. Actually, most of them do have pools and hot tubs, but keep in mind that pools a lot of times are just for doing laps and not recreational pools. You're not just like hanging out with your friends in the pool as much. It is more for doing laps. But they also do have racquetball and squash ball courts and sometimes basketball courts depending on the location. And some of them are included in the membership, but some of them have an additional fee. Now, as for the pools and hot tubs, they seem to always be included, but those additional like court things sometimes are extra. And for the hours of operation, it's probably on the better side of things. It's not 24 hours, but it's about 5 a.m. to 10 to 11 p.m. depending on the location. I feel like I need to stop saying depending on the location, or we're just going to be saying that throughout the whole entire video. So I'm going to try to have that be the last time I say the evil depending on the location. But either way, on weekends though, the hours are a little bit more limited. They're about 8 a.m. to 5 to 8 p.m. Now overall, I feel like this option is gonna be a little bit more affordable. You're still gonna get a good amount of equipment, you're still gonna have a lot of class options, and you're still gonna have pretty good hours. But it is a more standard gym level. It's not lower end, but it's definitely just that standard middle ground. But if you want a very expensive, very high quality gym, the next one we're going to talk about has a huge reputation, and that's Equinox. The biggest thing Equinox is known for is price, because they are probably one of the most expensive gyms that it's literally a gym you're paying for. You're not paying for personal training, you're not paying for classes per se, you are paying for a gym that has classes available, but so does LA Fitness. So now price for this one is probably the hardest one to determine, because unlike LA Fitness where the price can vary a little bit, it only varies a little bit, but Equinox varies a lot depending on what state you're in, what location you're at. All the different stuff can vary so much. Like literally one location 5 miles from another location can be a drastically different price, or depending on which state you're in can be a drastically different price. So the easiest way that I found out to determine the price is actually to use their price by location feature on their website, which is actually not as easy to find as you think it would be. They definitely don't like make it obvious for you, but I will put the link down below. I'll actually write an article on all the 3 different gyms and the different aspects, and I'll include all the links to all the information, including the pricing for Equinox. So Equinox does have an initiation fee like the one of the LA Fitness memberships does, and it's usually starting at about $100, but it can vary. But they do a lot of promotions where they don't have you charge an initiation fee. They'll be free, $0 for an initiation fee. But as for your monthly costs, I feel like I have to pause for anybody that doesn't know the reputation of Equinox. I just need you to sit down, give yourself a moment before I tell you the pricing. Keep in mind, the last membership we talked about was about $34 to $35 for the month. And Equinox at the closest location to me is $250 a month. The second closest is $230 a month, and that is just for the singular location. Usually the memberships aren't anything less than $100, and they're usually a good amount over $100 for one singular location. But if you want destination access, or you want access to every club globally, it's $325 a month. Not a year, a month, to go to all of the different clubs. But let's say you don't want every single club, but you want the main basic clubs throughout the US, it's $285 a month. And if you want just SoCal access, so access to the locations in SoCal that aren't the premium locations, it's $265. Yeah. $265 a month if you want to go to the locations near you if you live in LA. So that's enough about pricing. But if you want an idea of what the place is like without having to pay that crazy fee, they do free day passes. So you can sign up to go to the classes or go to just the gym for a day and see what it's like at the different locations, and kind of vary out if you want to pay for one location, pay for a few locations near you, or if you want to pay for the global wide thing, which I wouldn't see a reason why you'd want to do that unless you travel a lot. But for me personally, I am weighing the difference between the idea of all SoCal locations that aren't premium and just the location near me, because like I said, the location near me is $250, or I can do SoCal for $265. So $15 more doesn't seem like that much when you consider the whole price of it. But either way, this is probably the one we're going to talk about price the most, so I think we should go past the price and just say it's expensive no matter which location you're at and how many locations you want to go to. You're going to be paying probably upwards of $150 plus, and if you're in California, you're probably going to be paying at least $200 something a month. So what makes it worth it? Is it worth it? And we're going to talk about first the idea of equipment. And when you look at equipment, it might not actually seem that worth it, because the equipment is kind of basic, and it is the same brands, like companies and equipment that are in a lot of other gyms. They don't have any really special, unique features to them. They're not overly nice. They're not covered in like fancy leather or anything like that. I only say that because the last gym I used to work out in was actually a gym at an apartment building I worked at, and that gym was literally like the most nice equipment you will ever see in your life, and that's because the owner actually had his office attached, so he used that gym as his personal gym even though the residents had access to it, and me because I worked there. Either way, that equipment was so amazingly nice that you're like, whoa, like I would pay money for that type of equipment. That's not the case for Equinox equipment, but it is the case for their lobbies, their locker rooms, their lounges, depending on the location. Oh God, I said it again. Either way, their extra additional spaces do have a lot nicer materials, and in their showers they have nicer brands, so the shampoos and conditioners are like quality. Like some people that have memberships say they purposely like shower at the Equinoxes because they're so nice. So you are gonna have a much more expensive feel, much more expensive look, much nicer features in the building. But I wouldn't say that alone is worth it. Because yeah, that would be nice for things to be prettier and to have a nicer shampoo. But that wouldn't be worth, you know, $270 a month. What might be worth it to you is the classes. So yeah, LA Fitness has a ton of classes, but so does Equinox. They actually have boxing, kickboxing, stretching, athletic training, bar, cycling, Pilates, dance, yoga. They have a lot of options at a lot of different times, and also all of them are included too. So you're not paying extra to go to these classes, and they're pretty nice classes in pretty nice facilities. And I would say the membership might be worth it for you if you're going to regularly take the classes, because normally if you go to a class of the similar caliber, you're going to be paying about $30, maybe a little bit less, like maybe $20 to go to a class. So if you're going to these classes multiple times a week, it might be worth it for you to pay that membership fee. But what a lot of people like Equinox is for, in addition to this, that luxury feeling and that higher caliber of lifestyle that you get within this gym, is also the amenities. So the amenities at some of these places are crazy. They range from pools to steam rooms to lounges to running labs to outdoor terraces, basketball courts, and more. But if your location near you doesn't have any of that stuff, it might not be per se worth it to you. Though the places that have these nicer amenities do charge more per month. It's not like you're getting that more for free. You're still gonna be paying probably a higher monthly fee than you would be at a location that doesn't have these features. Now, as for hours, it's even more limited than other gyms. It's about 5 a.m. to about 9 to 9:30 p.m. on weekdays, and then on weekends, it's about 7 a.m. to 5 to 6 p.m. So if you're one of the people that likes to work out at night on a weekend, this is probably not the gym for you, because most of the locations are not open that late on weekends, and not even that late on weekdays. When you consider 9:30 is not really that late, like it's fine. Like I wouldn't mind it if they had that on the weekends too, but that feels like way too early to close on a weekend. Like what happens if I want to go after dinner or something on a Sunday? Like I want to be able to work out past 6 p.m. on a Sunday. Like, I don't know, that's just me personally. I'm a late hours person. But let's get into the third gym, because the third gym is a very different option. I kind of try to give you guys a variety. Like, I feel like the first one, LA Fitness, was a very traditional gym with a lot of features. The second one was more of a luxury gym, Equinox, with also a good amount of features, but it's the luxury and you're paying for it. And the third one is a more class-based approach to gym memberships. So Orange Theory. And Orange Theory, some people say, is like a little mini cult of people that love Orange Theory, because it is a very different style gym. You're not paying for a gym facility, you are literally paying for classes. And the prices range depending on how many classes you want to get. But the basic membership style is 4 classes, 8 classes, or unlimited. So if you want to have 4 classes a month, it costs $69. If you want to have 8 classes a month, it costs $109. And if you want to have unlimited, it costs $169. And then you can also pay in different forms. If you want to pay by the number of classes a year instead of by monthly, then it's different pricing. But in general, I would say it's kind of that middle ground between the Equinox pricing and the LA Fitness pricing. It's still going to cost you probably more than the LA Fitness, aka it is going to cost you more than that, but it's going to cost you less than most of the Equinox pricing per month. So what exactly are you getting then if you're paying by class and not by a facility with additional classes. So the one thing to keep in mind is these workouts are based a lot on your heart rate and taking advantage most of your workout. But these heart monitors aren't free. They're an additional rental charge of $5 to $10 per rental, or you can purchase one for about $69 to $129. And you do basically have to have the heart monitor as part of your workout. So what it is it's a 1 hour interval workout, and they coach you through both cardiovascular and strength training. So you aren't going to be there beyond your hour, before your hour, or whatever. You're going to literally sign up for your class and you're going to show up for that, and that's it. You can't go to the gym at another time or do anything like that. You're going to be with a coach, with a class, for an hour, and depending on how many classes you have, depending on how many hours a week. So let's say you sign up for 4 classes a month, you're only going an hour a week and you're paying $69. But it is a lot more personalized because a coach is going to be walking you through all of this, motivating you and pushing you for that hour, and you're going to better take advantage of that hour of time. So I feel like this is very good for those people that don't really want to have the motivation themselves. They want someone else to push them, then this might be the better way, but they don't also want to sign up for classes and make those decisions and all of that. They just want one class, one set time. Well, technically you can choose different times, but either way, one set type of class, and you sign up for that and you're good to go. You do what they tell you to and you're done. That's what this basically is. And the hours are limited. And they are weekdays, they're about 5 to 6 a.m. to about 7 to 9 p.m. But on weekends, they're even worse than Equinox. They depend, but it's about 6 to 7 a.m. to about 12 to 2 p.m. Like the latest I could find was like 2 p.m. on weekdays. So that's not, weekends. So that's not that long. Like, I want to take advantage of a weekend workout. But either way, this will probably not be the location for taking advantage of a weekend workout unless you want to get up early. I'm not a morning person. But either way, I feel like this is a very good variety of gyms. So let me know what you guys think, or if you want me to try out other additional gyms on the behind the scenes footage, let me know, because I want to know what gyms I should try out. I want to compare them all. But these are my 3 top choices, and before I exit out of the video, let's go over the basics of them. LA Fitness, you are going to have the best price, the most amount of equipment, the most amount of classes, the most variety. It's definitely probably your best budget option with a lot of features. Or you can have the luxury lifestyle with a different quality and caliber, but you're gonna pay a lot more for it, and that's Equinox. And if you want more of a 1 class base, take advantage, have an hour where you just go hard, that would be Orange Theory. So I'm not sure what is right for me. I can't tell you guys. I really will just have to try them out and see. Like, I have my maybe guesses on which type I would be, but I don't know. I really don't. I'll have to see what it's like. And just so you guys know, I post a new video every single Wednesday helping you figure out adulting while I'm attempting to figure it out myself. So I'd really appreciate if you hit that like button and that subscribe button down below. And also if you want to put your bell on, it'll let you know when I post another video, including the updates on these gym adventures I'm going on. Either way, have a great rest of your morning, evening, night, whatever it is for you. I'll see you Wednesday.